Well, it seems like Hollywood has never been kind to President Trump. Many of the industry's biggest celebrities have spent the last decade trying to smear his name. Director Judd Apatow, for example, called Trump a mass murderer back in 2020. Actor Mark Ruffalo claims that Trump is on a, quote, march to dictatorship. Actress Bette Midler once joked about giving Trump a shiv, and she suggested drinking Drano if he won the 2024 election. But now those same actors need Trump's help. According to Variety, those actors and others have all signed an open letter urging Trump not to roll back copyright protections for AI companies. Kaylee, it's a flip, a big flip.
It's okay. So I'm so interested in this. He wants to secure, he being President Trump, American AI dominance. And he asked big tech for submissions as to how to do that. So they give their submissions. He's going to have a policy announcement in July. But he's having to choose between big tech and big Hollywood, neither that have been particularly kind to him until recently. Big tech all showed up at the inauguration. So who do you pick? I feel like cannot wait till July. My money is on choosing big tech, big Hollywood. You got to get your act together. And I will say this, at the end of the day, Trump does things that are surprising. He will do what is fair. Could mean siding with big Hollywood, and wouldn't that be interesting to see?
And Joey, it's sort of like Game of Thrones or Survivor, where the alliances change, because remember when big tech, Google and the like, are squarely on the lib side, and they still are, but on this, celebs are breaking away, claiming we want to be compensated for AI scraping the internet of all of our production, our creative input that you're profiting off of, that we're not making a dime for.
Yeah, I'm probably a curmudgeon. You know, I think creativity is nice, but I don't know it's important. I would have been a terrible person during the Renaissance, I guess. You know, let's just stick with the strict here. But, you know, take away Mark Ruffalo. You've got, what, Mel Gibson, Sylvester Stallone. I forgot the third actor that's a part of his ambassadorship to Hollywood. That's where they need to go. They need to go kiss those rings, because Trump empowered them to be that ambassador and liaison. And I think there's a certain bit of poking fun of, you know, you've said all these things, but now he is the president. You got to go to him. You know, Nashville went through this a few years ago, where AI was coming in and writing songs, and they wanted protections against their artistry. And I understand that, and I'm not against it, but it's just not a priority for me, because I think entertainment is less important than our plumbers, welders, and masons. So that's what I'm focused on.
Harris, do you think that their letters to him began with, I'm so sorry for calling you a mass murderer. I'm so sorry for saying I'm going to leave the country. I'm so sorry, Mr. President. Thank you for reading. Like, do you think any of that was baked into their pleas?
No, absolutely not. And you hit the nail on the head. They're going to have to get their act together. I caught that. They're going to have to act. They're going to have to act like they really want to work with him now. And I like the idea. You know, figure out who's got the power and who's got his ear right now, and start lobbying that person or those people. Because I don't know any of them who really can effectively act like a plumber or a contractor in our lives and do those things that you so rightly called upon that we all can't live without.
In other words, they don't have skills to fall back on.
Well, or they're going to try to act like they do. But this will be really interesting. I agree. I think the president will come down on what's fair. And for him, it's just more people to say, yeah, he did this.
Yeah, and by he, they should say, Mr. President. And again, we're sorry for slamming you for 10 years.
We'll hold our breath.
This isn't about AI and Hollywood celebrities. It's about China. And that's why OpenAI and Google are saying, if you want China to blow us out of the water when it comes to AI and dominance, then go ahead and restrict, you know, these celebrities' names and images and stuff. I get that they want, you know, to own their faces. I understand the whole thing. But at the end of the day, all the companies are saying is, we're going to get left behind, and China's going to steal everything. And you think the Chinese are going to listen to a bunch of Hollywood celebrities? And guess what? They're not writing to the CCP. They're writing to the administration, to the American administration, because all of their money that they're making in China, they're not going to say anything to the CCP when they start stealing their stuff and using their faces and their voices. And that's because they won't stand up to them, because Hollywood does nothing but kowtow to China. It is hypocrisy at its finest.
And by the way, if the president does choose celebs in this, they better thank him publicly. Hey everyone, I'm Emily Compagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.